Hey guys, in this video, we're going to talk about trend lines. What is trend line? How do we use it? How do we draw it? And then we're going to move up to more advanced level of the trend line where we can see how we can use trend lines in making a lot more money. Welcome back to the channel. This is the Delta Room where it's all about making smart moves in the stock market so you can stay profitable. The good thing about trendline is you can draw these lines on any chart and you can use it with your current setup. So what no it doesn't matter what kind of indicators you're using, what your setup is, you can incorporate these lines with your current setup. So what is trend line? So trend line is something that you draw with the trend. So for example, if this is a downtrend, you're gonna go here, grab the trend line tool. Oops, grab the trend line tool and kind of draw it where you see most amount of touches, right? You don't cross through the pricing. You draw it above the candlestick, right, where you can see most amount of touches, right? If some of the candles are not touching, only the wick is touching, it's totally fine. And even if sometime the wick is not touching, that's also fine, as long as you are still touching most amount of candles, right? But again, like I said, you cannot just go through them. You have to be draw it in such a way where you can have most amount of touches. So a touch right here, we can see touch right here, the price fell down. Touch right here, price fell down. Almost touch right here and the price fell down. Then it touched right here, the price fell down, right? So you can see like how many times this trend line, the price fell down as soon as it touched the trend line, right? How it works, the reason it works, because a lot of professional traders have these line on their chart. So they're looking at the same lines, they're looking at the same spot, and they're buying and selling looking at these lines. So basically there's a lot of volume behind trend lines. This is like a downtrend. So there are two type of patterns with the trend line: a continuation pattern. So a continuation is when a trend line touches and then the pricing continues with the trend. So it's a downtrend, it's continuing with the trend. So over here it touches, it continue with the trend. But right here it touches, but it didn't continue with the trend, it went up. So this is a breakout pattern. So there are two types of pattern with the trend lines, right? Continuation pattern and then the breakout pattern, right? So hope these two things are clear. So how do you trade it? So you trade it, for example, uh, in this chart, right? When you're trading, the chart will not be visible, right, to you, right? It will be right like this, right? And then it's gonna gradually progress. By the way, I'm on a Microsoft 1 hour chart. So you can see like this, right? The price is moving now. I'll pause right here. So you can see it's kind of drawing this kind of pattern, right? So you can draw your trend line like this, maybe, right? And then I play it again, then went up, came back down. So I see the trend line can be readjusted a little bit, right? I can readjust the trend line like this, kind of move it forward, right? Again, I'm gonna play the price, so you see the price move over here. So what you're gonna do is, the way you trade it is, as soon as it's touched the trend line or it's really close to the trend line, this is how I trade, right? And it makes a bullish, big, big, big bullish candle, right? My candlesticks are blue. By default, they are red, but I don't like the red color, has a psychological effect on you. That's why I keep it blue. I mean, I love red color, but there's a red light, the stop sign is red. So as soon as you see red, you sell all of your stock. So I keep it blue, right? Anyway, so as soon as you see these candles bouncing off that line, you can take a trade, right? So I'll play it again. Where's the play button? Right there. So you see, went up, bounced back again. Look right here, right? Another big red candle, right? I'm just gonna refer to them as a red candle. So big red candle, this is a very bullish sign. So over here you can kind of do a short position, maybe like this, maybe like this, something like this, 1:2. And then I'll play it again. And went up, went up, went up. Hit the goal, right? Hit the target, you see? It's a winning trade right there. So this is how you use trend line. This is one, this was a downtrend example. So let's see an uptrend example. Okay, guys. So like I was explaining before, so over here you see it kind of broke above, right? This kind of broke above. You wait for a confirmation, and then you can probably get into a bullish trade, right? So, but over here, as you can see, it's making another trend line, right? Right here. So maybe you can draw another trend line like this, another trend line just like that. So most amount of touches, like I said. So whenever it's an uptrend, you draw it below the price. So just like I draw it below the price. So just like that. So we can see it touch right here. Big green candle, you can take a trade. Touch right here, big green candle, you can take a trade. Then almost touch over here, but you can see there is a three big candle. That's another bullish sign, you know. Uh, so as soon you, okay, over here you see it kind of break below, but sometime it is false breakout, right? So you have to be careful about that a little bit. So another big green candle, you can take a trade right here. That's a very bullish sign. Another trade, right? And then you see it break below. You wait for a confirmation. So one, two, three, maybe candles you're gonna wait. Then you can take another trade right here with this big inverted hammer, right? Right there, right? This candle. You can take a short position right here. Again, you can see it's a winning trade, right? So look, trend lines are so common, man. You can see it everywhere in your chart, like everywhere. It doesn't matter which kind of security you are trading. Futures, forex, all of them have trend line. Look, right here is another trend line. You see, it's really common. Like I said, this can be another good trade right here. You see, if you perfected trend lines, man, you guys can make a lot of money. Look, good winning trade, right? So this is how you use trend line. There are two type of patterns. Continuation pattern, like I said, continuation, 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 right? And then breakout pattern, right? It came down, the price came down, right? So one thing also I have seen a lot of people doing. Okay, guys, you see there is another example right here, right? We see the price, this create this pivot, then it created this pivot. So you can kind of make your trend line right here, right here, just like that, just like that. So this, you guys see, it's a breakout. So always wait for the confirmation. Like I said, another big green candle right here, you can get into a bullish trade, right? This is another example. So one more thing, guys, I've seen a lot of people doing with the trend lines is like they make these mini trend lines. For example, right here, right? I can draw one right here, maybe, right? Again, the concept is the same. Soon as you see this trend line breaking, wait for the confirmation, get into the trade, right? Right here, another trade. Then you can see, like this can be repeated many times, right? For example, this one, another. So you see what I'm doing? It's a trend line within a trend line, so you can utilize this. You can also do something like this. So look, this is another trend line. So you see the price broke above. You can get another trade right here, another long position like this. Okay guys, another point right here is an important spot. I want to show you something really important over here, right? So you see how I draw my trend line? Of course, this one bullish candle, another trade, bullish candle, another trade, bullish candle, another trade, right? Could have take these trades, right? But then you see the price kind of went up and then pivoted from this spot, right? So you can kind of make another trend line like this, maybe. Sorry, like this, right? From this spot to this spot, like this. And you can actually, when in this bullish candle, you can take another trade, right? So, or when this trend line broke, you can look for another trend. And when this trend line broke, this is another second confirmation for a downtrend, right? This one. Another very important point I am noticing over here is this is making higher high, then you see a lower high, right? So this is what it is showing. It's the momentum is fading away, and this means another breakout can happen of the trend line and another trading opportunity for a downtrend, right? So look guys, over here there's another thing I'm noticing. Higher high, but this one is a lower high, right? So this is telling you a shift in momentum. The momentum is slowing down, and this means that this trend line can be broken pretty soon, which it did. So there's a lot of possibility. That's what I'm trying to say. So something that I like to use is average directional index. Sometimes I use this, and what I like to do is I like to do a horizontal line over here somewhere around 25. Okay, on this indicator, right? So basically this indicator kind of, it can be used as a filter to filter out choppy market with the trendy market as compared to the trendy market. So whenever it's above 25, it's a trend, more of a trendy market. So right here, as soon as it moves above 25, you can wait a little bit to see where the trend is going, and then you can continue with the trend, right? Same goes right here. As soon as it moves above 25, wait for the price action, and then you can see you can move with this trend, right? Similarly, right here, look, another example. As soon as it moves above 25, you can ride this trend, because it means the choppy market is all down here, and now it's more of a trendy market. So you can use trend lines with indicators as well. So for example, I can say over here, I will continue with these trend lines when the ADX is above 25. So I can get into a trade over here when it move above 25, maybe, and wait for a bounce and a big green candle, and I can maybe utilize this as a trade, right? This one. So 1:4, let's say. So look, another good solid winning trade. If this is an option contract, you could have make a lot of money, double up your money easily. Same goes over here, right? ADX is above 25, and then you can ride that downtrend, and then you can play out this breakout. Similarly, right here, you see ADX is above 25. You can put your maybe trend line right here, right here. So see, the trend line doesn't have to be really perfect. You can just can be a little like, because trend lines is never a line, it's like a zone, so it doesn't need to be perfect. So right here, you can draw this trend line. You see these bonds, one bonds, two bonds, you have two pivot points. Now you can draw your trend line and play out this trade, play out this trade, right? And play out this trade. This is a breakout trade. So guys, if you like this video, please do hit that like button and also subscribe this channel. I make all of these videos and this content myself. I do the editing and everything myself. So it's gonna mean a lot